Um, This will be a really challenging opener for us. The South Alabama's good. Richie Riley's really good. As I mentioned to you before, I think these next two coaches that we're playing this week are two of the best young coaches in the country. I think I'll make you guys really smart as writers follow basketball. Just trust me when I tell you these guys are both what's hard to call Mike up and coming when he's at a Pac-12 school. But Richie Riley did a great job last year at Nichols. They in a very short period of time he turned around that conference in the Southland, turned that program around. They led the conference in scoring. He's really good offensively. The reason why I scheduled the game was because Matthew Graves was the head coach at South Alabama. We play UAB. It's kind of the right thing to do. There's a certain RPI scheduling number that teams have to get to, and South Alabama was able to get to that number as far as how good a team they were, the quality of their opponents, so on and so forth. I knew Matthew Graves from his days back at Butler, so I knew the way South Alabama played under Matthew Graves. Then all of a sudden there's a coaching change, we got a contract, and I want to honor the contract. But I've got a new coach with a new style that I've not played against, I have no history with, and it's the opener. So South Alabama can look at Auburn, and they could look at 4 years and they're going to see Auburn. Auburn's Auburn. I've been here 4 years. We do what we do. I'm old. He's young. They do different things. They do new things. They do good things. They don't know what they're going to do, just because it's not what I've kind of prepared for. So that's going to make it especially challenging. And I say that with compliments to their coach and the way their players play. They play very hard. So I've seen them in one game. I saw them tape against Tuskegee in their exhibition. They won 63-40. They've got very few underclassmen. They're all juniors. Next year I go down there and play them. They're all seniors. This is not a buy game. It's a 2-for-1 contract. They returned 4 starters from a year ago. They bring back 83% of their offense. The kid named Sykes has scored 30 more points 5 times last year. And he had 7 threes against Tuskegee. So it's a good team. Really going to challenge us. I was pleased with Friday night from the standpoint of Lincoln Memorial challenged us. Exposed some things. I didn't think we played particularly well or effectively, but at least we got exposed. Now, is that exposure in time to get us to where we need to be to be able to win a game tomorrow? We'll find out. Samir Dowdy is back. He practiced yesterday. He is likely to play tomorrow. Typically, my rules are, first of all, I don't decide when they're ready. The trainers decide, along with the student athletes. But if you can't go through a contact practice, which typically would happen 2 days before a game, not the day before, then you probably aren't going to be ready to play. And since Samir was able to go through a contact practice on Sunday, he's available for Tuesday. So I would call him likely. Austin's still out and hasn't had that contact practice yet, and it's a possibility we could get him later in the week or next week. Excited about the opener. Excited. Hope we get a great crowd. We're playing in a doubleheader, and so I want to ask our fans to come out and support the ladies first, and then we'll play at 8 or 8:30 or as soon as that game is over. My apologies to our fans for the late start on a weekend night, but sometimes the doubleheaders will kind of force you into that. Questions?
How good is it to have Samir back, knowing that you don't have D'Angelo in this game, now that he's out for the first 9?
It was great to have him back. And as we go through games and practices, he'll be much more kind of indoctrinated into what we're doing. I always feel worse for the player coming back as opposed to even the team. Because just in Samir's case, let's just say the 3 weeks that he's missed, he is gonna be close to being whatever percent he is physically. But the whole learning curve, all that we've done in 3 or 4 weeks without him, all the experiences he didn't play against our exhibition game, he didn't play in the scrimmage, he's missed the last couple, he's behind. And so we'll get him caught up. It's great to have him back. Long term, it's gonna make us a much better basketball team. Again, it's just trying to put it all together here, early in the season.
Bruce, after having a chance to digest that exhibition, what'd you like out of your guys, and what'd you see that you guys really need to improve on?
Well, I wasn't thrilled with all of our effort and energy. I wasn't thrilled with making the extra pass. We missed a lot of first open shots, weren't enough hockey assists, and one more. And I thought we lacked some of the growth that I would have liked to have seen from the week before as far as knowing what we do and why we do it. Those were all the things we did in our scrimmage that we didn't do Friday night. I thought Chuma, Kiki, and I thought Jared both played really well. So and again, I thought the attitude was really accountable given how we played and the challenges that we had, which I thought was really, really good.
Chuma, you talked about him being more aggressive. That almost point forward kind of thing at times, is that part of the game that he can really make a big difference for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think more aggressive is more, doing more things both offensively inside and out, getting to the foul line more. I think being more aggressively would be finishing more plays with rebounds or protecting the rim better. He's a really good help defender. He's one of those guys that's always in the right spots. He has great instincts. He's been well coached, and he just knows how to play. Just makes everybody else better out there.
How was Javon McCormick doing so far, fitting in?
Javon's been really doing a great job fitting in, I thought Lincoln Memorial's quickness was able to match his quickness, so the advantage that he has typically as a player was taken away because they were really quick. And then Jay didn't have one of his better days. So because we're just trying to get to know him and he's trying to get to know us, we're just going to see how that progresses. But I can tell you that it's great to have him because it was a huge hole in our lineup.
What do you think he brings the most? What do you count on him to do?
I think he brings the ability to bring the defense down. I think he's good with the ball in his hands on the break. He's a great teammate. He's hardworking. Quickness and speed. I'd like to see him continue to be more effective defensively. He'll be one of our leaders in steals based on the minutes he plays. So he's able to get out there and jump passing lanes. He can make some things happen defensively.
You talk about energy not being where you wanted it to be on Friday. How the players kind of responded to that, and what are you looking for tomorrow?
Well, I thought again Sunday we had a good practice. We went really hard yesterday, and then today we'll back it down and get ready to go on Tuesday. So if I were to sum it up, what I'd say is because of our numbers being what they've been in practice, being so shorthanded, not being able to go best on best enough, and because we really didn't get any kind of a strong challenge until Friday, we haven't faced any adversity at all. And so South Alabama is going to put us in a lot more adverse situations than I've been able to put us in practice or our exhibition season was able to put us in. And so we're just going to have to see how we react on the fly. Our whole preseason and what we were discussed was we got to be good early. We knew the schedule was going to be good early, but the combination of being light on the number of scholarships to begin with, plus the injuries, has really made it difficult in practice to not get there. But the good thing is, I'll give you one more thing. I told our guys, I said, if we're good enough to win this week, we're good enough to go to Maui and play with the teams that we're going to play with out there. These two teams this week are going to give us a real barometer. And I know you would expect that about Washington, you may not be expecting it about South Alabama, but just trust me on it.
If Samir's able to play tomorrow, how likely is it to see him, Jared, and Bryce on the court at the same time?
You'll see those three guys on the floor at the same time, at times. Okay, guys, thanks.